Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to this amazing episode on your number one political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. The Nigerian media space is on fire right now because we just received one of the most shocking pieces of information one could expect few hours ago. You know, when we tell the people of this country, I mean the masses, common Nigerians, that they will need to come together to put an end to their poverty, we know what we are saying. The reason few Nigerians, less than 0.001% of the population that forms the elite class, have been able to hold the entire 200 million others captive is because the elites and the political class are united. When the elites and the political class conspire to share our commonwealth, they don't let their different tribes and religions get in the way. That is why they have been able to successfully enslave over 200 million Nigerians for decades. During the Jonathan regime, we all saw how vocal the Redeemed Christian Church of God was against the government, and Redeemed Church went ahead and supported a change of the Jonathan administration in the name of Nigerians deserve better. They said the corruption was too much, but the APC came in and became worse. Insecurity, hunger, poverty all worsened under the APC. But the Redeemed Christian Church of God, to the amazement of Nigerians, have been very quiet about political issues since the APC got into office. How is it that you protested against something and now you are quiet when worse versions of those same things are happening? And when the GO, Pastor ADEBOYE, eventually spoke up, he said leaders are doing their best, that Nigerian problems are spiritual. Wow. The worst was when Daddy GO went to Kaduna State and said EL-RUFAI, the then governor of Kaduna, had a kind and tender heart. This was at a time when Christians in southern Kaduna were being killed mercilessly by EL-RUFAI. And everyone wondered why Pastor ADEBOYE would make such a statement. The matter seemed to have been forgotten until few hours ago, when news broke out that Pastor ADEBOYE's son, ADEOLU, was involved in an 8 billion naira corruption and scamming of the Kaduna state government. Before I show you details of that revelation and how Nigerians reacted heavily, let me quickly show you this update, where Godswill Akpabio claimed that we can use the new national anthem to rebuild the future of Nigeria. What a shameful utterance for a man of that caliber to make. Watch the video.
We should not shy away from the storm, but harness its winds, the winds of the storm, to ascend to the highest heights. As the chairman of the 10th National Assembly, I want to assure you of my and our unwavering commitment to contributing to the nation-building process. Our legislative agenda prioritizes laws that stimulate economic growth, enhance security, and promote social justice. We are diligently working hard with my dear colleagues to create a robust legal framework that will support the aspirations of all Nigerians. We believe strongly that there is no stain in our country that we cannot erase if we stand together in brotherhood. That is why we went back to that national anthem, that though tribes and tongues may differ, though professions may differ, in brotherhood we stand. So just the former president of Ghana has slept. Otherwise, he would have known why we went back, because we want to rebuild the future of this country, remembering that we may come from different tribes, different backgrounds, different ethnic groups, and different tongues. But in brotherhood, we stand.
You heard that. You know, I pity this man in particular when the anger of Nigerians will be fully kindled against politicians. You budgeted 194 million naira to sink one borehole in your constituency. You budgeted 184 million naira for one street light, but it is national anthem that you will use to change the future of other Nigerians. This is the same man who said that those who want to protest can go ahead and protest, while he and his colleagues will be busy eating Nigeria's money. Now he wants to change the future of this country using the new national anthem. because he sees us as fools. Nigerians have been greatly despised more than ever in this administration, and this man, Godswill Akpabio, has been at the center of it all. But I don't have anything much to say to these guys. It is Nigerians that I will continue to talk to, especially Nigerians who still view political issues through tribe and religious lenses. You guys better stop fooling yourselves. These guys have ruined this country. Even the destinies of children yet unborn have been tainted by the corruption of these guys. It is time to unanimously say no to them. It is time to rise and put an end to the corrupt reign of these evil politicians in the APC and the PDP. Point blank, period. Now, let us look at that update on the 8 billion naira corruption involving the son of Pastor Adeboye, ADEOLU Adeboye, and the ex-governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-RUFAI. Look at how the papers reported it. Exclusive. Pastor Adeboye's son, ADEOLU, abandons Kaduna project after taking over 8 billion naira from El-RUFAI's government, runs to court to stop probe. ADEOLU Adeboye, son of Redeemed Christian Church of God's General Overseer, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, received over 8 billion naira from Kaduna State government for a contract, but abandoned the project after 30% completion. Reporters learned that Adeolu and his wife, who secured the contract through Ronches Global Resources PLC during former Governor Nasir El-RUFAI's administration, have been evading accountability for the diverted funds and unfinished project. Following Kaduna State government and House of Assembly's probe into the alleged fraud, the cleric's son filed a suit FHC LCS 120624 at the Federal High Court in Lagos. Adeolu seeks an injunction restraining the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Kaduna State government, and the House of Assembly from arresting or detaining him over the abandoned 17.26 billion naira project. The EFCC, Inspector General of Police, Assistant Inspector General of Police, Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, Kaduna State Government, and Kaduna State House of Assembly are the first to sixth respondents, respectively. And this is a proof of the case he filed at the court, to prove that the update is genuine. You can zoom in to read everything to see all the people that he filed against. He wants to restrain them from using the EFCC to detain or arrest him. What a shame. Now, those of us who have been following the probe of Nasir El-RUFAI's regime by Uba Sani, the present governor of Kaduna State, understand this update better. What Nasir El-RUFAI kept doing under his regime was simple. He would start, say, 5 projects, then he would complete 2 and abandon 3. Then those 3 he abandoned, he would now share the monies allocated for them with the contractors that got the projects. And those monies were mostly millions of dollars of loans he took from World Bank and other places. And when this present governor realized that the state had been crippled because of those loans, and he looked around and didn't see the things that were done, so they began to probe El-RUFAI and they discovered all this fraud. So Adeolu Adeboye was one of those who ate Kaduna State money with El-RUFAI. No wonder the Redeemed Christian Church of God cannot speak against the APC. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by August Harvey says, "Now we understand why Pastor Adeboye called El-RUFAI tender-hearted. Ronus are not okay. Let them return back the money of Kaduna people. This is so shameful." And he added this screenshot. Adeboye calls El-RUFAI tender-hearted. Says only God can help Kaduna overcome insecurity. And Andy here says that is why they can't criticize a failed government, because some of the politicians are better than them. Oh, Agbalaka here says, Jesus, This is not a spiritual problem. And Agbalaka here is actually alluding to when Pastor Adeboye said Nigeria's problems are spiritual. Agbalaka is saying, is this also spiritual? And Olasupo Jakes here says, your elites are all united. They don't fight over religion or tribe. And this is the point I was making at the beginning of this video. EL-RUFAI, a conk Muslim, a Malam. He is even a well-known hater of Christianity. But the son of a renowned Christian cleric approached him for a contract and he got it. That is to tell you the unity between the political class and the elites. And this tweet here by Akonde says, I pray that the pawns would wise up one day. He's talking to the masses. The masses are being used as pawns in this political game. Every time they throw religion at us, they use it to divide common Nigerians. But when they go back, they are united in sharing the Commonwealth. And of course, I don't need to tell you that this is the most talked about issue in the Nigerian media space right now. But I hope that the right lessons will be learned. Honestly, I won't insult ADEOLU for looking for a contract with the Kaduna state government. He was trying to make more money. That is life. The only issue I have with him is that he abandoned the contract, which is evil. My take from this whole discourse is that Nigerians need to wise up. It is the people that I want to talk to. These guys are gathering and gathering for themselves. Why are the people still fooling themselves? The APC is not a Yoruba or Hausa party. The APC are just a group of people working with religious and traditional leaders to continue to impoverish Nigerians and enrich themselves. All the way from Lagos and Ogun State, Adeboye is getting a contract worth 17.6 billion naira from Kaduna State, and he had already received 8 billion naira out of that money. Why didn't the struggling companies in Kaduna owned by fanatical Muslims get that contract if it is all about religion? Because they are not members of the elite class. They can't get it. So it is not about tribe and religion. The fight is between the masses and the elite political class. The political class and the elites have united themselves on one side, and that is why they are winning effortlessly against the divided masses. The masses must put on their thinking caps. And in other news, I want you to listen to this very, very funny and ridiculous update. This is shocking. Nigerians' disobedience to Allah, corruption, causing food prices to rise. Form 1. The Federation of Muslim Women's Association in Nigeria has blamed the persistent rise in food prices in the country on Nigeria's deviation away from the teachings of Allah. The women expressed their concerns on Sunday in a communique issued at the end of their 39th annual national conference held in Akure, Ondo State capital. These challenges are as a result of our deviation from Allah's injunction that when the community engages in corruption, Allah has promised that it will be visited with famine and insecurity. An excerpt from the communique obtained by the People's Gazette read in part. You heard that. So according to Form 1, that is the Federation of Muslim Women's Associations in Nigeria, the reason food prices are on a persistent increase in Nigeria is because Allah, God, is angry with Nigerians because of our sins. We have deviated from the preachings of Allah. That's why we are suffering. You see, we have a very long way to go in this country. We were in this country under the Jonathan regime. Buhari came in and changed policies, and we saw how immediately the prices of food began to rise. And then Tinubu came after Buhari and he changed some policies, and we saw prices of food rising as soon as those policies were changed. Yet, these women are saying that it is because of our disobedience to Allah. And if you check very well, their leaders who are saying this have been paid by government officials to gaslight the foolish ones. Religion is really the opium of the masses, and the Nigerian situation is so pathetic. I just hope that one day we will be able to come out of this nonsense, because it has really gone a long way in destroying this country. And that is why we will not keep quiet. We will keep speaking up. We will keep playing our part in trying to get this nation fixed. But until then, make I still enter town for some other more important informate wey una dey like. Bye for now.